In the small, quiet town of Rameswaram, a young boy named Avul Pakir Jainulabdin Abdul Kalam began his life. His family was simple and humble, but rich in love and values. His father was a boat owner, a man of great wisdom, and his mother was a kind soul who always helped others. They did not have much money, but they had a deep faith and a belief in the goodness of people. Young Kalam grew up watching the sea and the sky, filled with a great curiosity. He wanted to understand how birds could fly so high and how the world worked. This simple curiosity was the first seed of a great journey that would inspire a whole nation. To help his family, little Kalam took up a small job. Every morning before the sun was fully awake, he would collect newspapers and run through the streets of Rameswaram to deliver them. This was not just a way to earn a little money for his books and school fees. It was his first lesson in responsibility and hard work. While other children were sleeping, he was already learning the importance of discipline. This early struggle taught him that no work is too small and that every drop of effort counts. It shaped his character and made him understand the value of earning one's own way, a lesson he carried with him for his entire life. Kalam loved to learn. He was not always the top student in his class, but he was bright and had a strong desire to know more. He would spend hours studying, especially mathematics and science. He believed that education was the only way to change his life and achieve his dreams. After finishing his schooling in Rameswaram, he went on to study physics. Later, he pursued aerospace engineering, a subject that brought him closer to his childhood dream of flying. He worked very hard, driven by a passion to reach for the stars. His dream was to become a fighter pilot for the Indian Air Force, soaring high above the clouds. But life sometimes has different plans for us. Kalam worked very hard to become a pilot, but he narrowly missed the chance. There were only 8 positions available, and he was ranked 9th. He was heartbroken and disappointed. It felt like his biggest dream had just slipped through his fingers. For a moment he did not know what to do next. But this setback did not stop him. It was a painful moment, but it taught him a valuable lesson about accepting destiny and finding a new path. It was this strength to overcome disappointment that prepared him for an even greater purpose that awaited him. With his dream of being a pilot behind him, Dr. Kalam turned his full attention to science. He joined the Defense Research and Development Organization and later the Indian Space Research Organization. This was a time when India was a young country trying to build its future. Dr. Kalam played a very important role in this journey. He was part of the team that launched India's very first satellite Rohini into orbit. This was a moment of great pride for our country. It showed the world that India too could achieve great things in space. Dr. Kalam's simple nature and brilliant mind made him a wonderful leader for his fellow scientists. His greatest work, however, was in developing missile technology for India. He believed that for a country to be peaceful and respected, it must also be strong. He led the Integrated Guided Missile Development Program, which gave India powerful missiles like Agni and Prithvi. These were not just weapons, they were symbols of India's self-reliance and strength. Because of his incredible leadership and vision in this field, people lovingly started calling him the Missile Man of India. He worked tirelessly, inspiring his teams to believe in themselves and in the nation's potential. He showed that with dedication, even the most difficult goals could be achieved. Dr. Kalam was not just a scientist. He was a leader who believed in teamwork. He knew that great things are never done by one person alone. He would listen to everyone, from the junior scientist to the senior expert, and make them feel important. In 1998, when India conducted its nuclear tests in Pokhran, Dr. Kalam was the chief scientific advisor. This was a very important and challenging task. He managed the project with great care and secrecy, making our country a nuclear power. This was a defining moment for India, and Dr. Kalam was at the very heart of it, guiding the nation towards a new era of strength and security. His work was always for the service of the nation. He never sought fame or fortune for himself. For him, science was a tool to make India strong, safe, and prosperous. He dreamed of an India that could stand tall among the powerful nations of the world. His contributions to our defense and space programs are immense. He laid the foundation for the technologies that protect our country and explore the skies today. The title Missile Man was not just about the missiles he built. It was about the confidence and pride he instilled in the hearts of millions of Indians through his scientific achievements. In 2002, a new chapter began in Dr. Kalam's life. He was chosen to be the 11th President of India. This was a surprise to many, as he was a scientist, not a politician. But his humility, wisdom, and love for the country made him the perfect choice. He moved into the Grand Rashtrapati Bhavan, the President's house, but he remained the same simple person he always was. He opened the doors of this big house to the common people, especially children. He wanted everyone to feel that it was their house too. This is why he soon came to be known as the People's President. He was a president for all, standing above politics and uniting everyone with his warmth. As president, Dr. Kalam's favorite thing to do was to meet young people. He would visit schools and colleges all over the country, from big cities to small villages. He loved talking to students, listening to their dreams, and answering their questions. He believed that the future of India was in the hands of its youth. He would tell them, "Dream, dream, dream." Dreams transform into thoughts, and thoughts result in action. He wanted every child to believe that they could achieve anything if they worked hard and had a noble goal. He connected with young minds like no one else, becoming a grandfatherly figure to the children of India. After his term as president ended, Dr. Kalam did not retire to a quiet life. He immediately went back to his first love, teaching and writing. He became a visiting professor at many universities and institutions, sharing his knowledge and experience with students. He wrote many books to inspire people, especially the youth. Some of his most famous books are Wings of Fire, which is his autobiography, Ignited Minds, and India 2020, A Vision for the New Millennium. In these books, he shared his life story, his ideas, and his powerful vision for a developed India. He wanted every Indian to read and be inspired to contribute to nation building. Dr. Kalam's vision for India was clear and powerful. He dreamed of an India that was strong, prosperous, and developed by the year 2020. He believed that this was possible only if every citizen worked together. He taught us that having a dream is very important. One of his most famous quotes is, "A dream is not that which you see while sleeping, it is something that does not let you sleep." This simple line contains a very deep meaning. It tells us to have a purpose so strong that we are always working towards it. He wanted young Indians to dream big and work tirelessly to make those dreams come true for themselves and for their country. For his immense service to the nation, Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam received India's highest honors. He was awarded the Padma Bhushan, the Padma Vibhushan, and finally the Bharat Ratna, the country's highest civilian award. These awards were a recognition of his lifelong dedication to science and to the service of India. But for Dr. Kalam, the greatest award was the love and respect he received from the people. He was a true gem, a Bharat Ratna in every sense of the word. He wore these honors with great humility, always remembering his simple beginnings and the values his parents taught him. He showed that greatness comes from service, not from power or position. Dr. Kalam's life came to a peaceful end on July 27, 2015. He was doing what he loved most, teaching. He was giving a lecture to students at the Indian Institute of Management in Shillong when he collapsed. He was a teacher until his very last breath. It was a fitting end for a man who dedicated his entire life to igniting the minds of the youth. The news of his passing brought sadness to the entire nation. People from all walks of life mourned the loss of their beloved president, scientist, and teacher. His life was a complete message of selfless service. The legacy Dr. Kalam left behind is immeasurable. He is a timeless inspiration for everyone, especially for the young people of India. His life story teaches us that it does not matter where you come from. What matters is where you want to go. He proved that with hard work, honesty, and a big dream, anyone can overcome poverty and challenges to reach the greatest heights. He is a symbol of hope, a shining example that a simple boy from a small town can grow up to become the first citizen of a great nation and win the hearts of millions of people around the world. His life is a lesson in humility, perseverance, and patriotism. Dr. Kalam taught us to be curious, to ask questions, and to never stop learning. He showed us that true success is not measured by how much we earn, but by how much we give back to society. He encouraged us to be good human beings first, and then good engineers, doctors, or scientists. For generations to come, the story of Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam will continue to light up the path for young dreamers, reminding them to fly high on the wings of fire and to serve their nation with all their heart.